snad to dneska už dohrajeme.
What's up?
Just a minute, Gracie. Why don't you take a seat? All right. Fun time's over. I want to know what's going on, and I want to know now.
I have no idea what you mean.
Nor I.
Then let me give you a clue. Earlier today, I had a certain unpublished manuscript in my room. Someone took that manuscript, and that someone was...
Mostly.
Mosley. Shortly afterwards, it was stolen from the first thief by... Madeline Bouthane. The second thief couldn't hold on to it either. It was stolen for the third time by...
Signore Vittorio Buccelli.
Vittorio Buccelli.
And the third thief disposed of it by... burying it.
Really?
Yep.
But this is slanderous. You cannot prove a word.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He can prove it. Every one of you left prints.
Santa cielo.
Merde.
I admit it. I did take the manuscript, but I didn't do it for my own personal gain or anything. I'm CIA.
Ha! That explains it.
Outrageous!
God, Mose. Congrats.
Thanks.
Mademoiselle Bouthane, what's your excuse?
I do not know what you mean.
Don't you? Let's consider the fact that you have way too much equipment for a tour guide.
But I am technically minded.
And lethal. My guess is French Internal Secret Service.
You are much too smart for your own good.
Oh, and you, Signore? Or should I call you Father?
It is not illegal for a priest to travel without a collar.
Oh, but you're not just a priest, are you? You came on a train from Rome, yet you lied. You said it was Naples. Why tell such a pointless fabrication unless you were hiding something? Like the fact that you're with the Vatican.
That is not a crime either.
But stealing manuscripts is.
Perhaps it is time for you to reveal your secrets, Gabriel.
Sure. I'm a private investigator. I'm here about the kidnapping of Prince James of Albany's infant son.
James Stewart's son has been kidnapped?
When did this happen?
You really didn't know? Either of you?
No.
Certamente no. I came only to report on any activity in the area. The Vatican feels that there are certain subversive parties who are trying to fabricate stories. Perhaps even go so far as to stage certain finds. Plant material. Naturally, the church is anxious that anything of the sort be prevented and exposed.
Perhaps you are right, Signore. But we believe that there is something buried near Rennes-le-Château.
That's why you were given this assignment?
I have been watching Rennes-le-Château for a few years now. There are certain political interests involved. Interests which might not be working for the long-term stability of the present French government. Besides, if there is an archaeological discovery to be made here, such findings should be controlled by the French authorities. We want to make sure nothing gets smuggled out without our knowing.
I thought you needed excavation permits to do any serious digging.
Hypothetically, but several parties have applied for permits. We can only deny them for so long.
Mose?
The CIA thinks there's something going on over here with the Freemasons, the Priory, and the Knights of Malta. You name it. We've got to make sure our interests are being protected. You know, the good old U.S. of A. Well, they sent me on a tour as a kind of an audition, I guess. They didn't want anybody with legit CIA credentials. You know, anyone who could be traced. But I'll probably be starting full-time when I get back.
And the digging, monsieur?
Oh, intelligence got that tip from somewhere. I was just supposed to, check it out.
So it was the CIA who infiltrated our computer system. We thought it was the Priory. It is not the first theory we have had, I am afraid. Our cipher experts work on it when they can, and it appears this was another failed attempt. right, monsieur?
I sure didn't find anything.
And now we can go, yes? I assume you have not found your kidnapper among us?
Doesn't look it.
Hezky se nám to rozvíjí.
You were very masterful, but you have not gotten everything from me yet. Perhaps you should come by my room and try a little harder, hmm?
To je teda opravdu nechuťárna.
And I always thought the idea of chastity belts was cruel and sexist. I finally get it.
I doubt they invented one strong enough for Madeline. Thanks for finding the manuscript. Where was it?
Bukele buried it out in the valley. I saw his moped from Blanchford.
Good job, Grace. As usual.
Prince James is at the Villa Bethania. He wants to see you.
I bet.
And there's some real progress on the treasure. With Sydney, I was able to...
I'll, come up later, okay?
Suit yourself.
Úžasná hra. Teďko mi to hrozně připomnělo Lauru Bow nebo Maupiti Island na konci, kdy člověk musí odpovídat ty otázky. Tak on to samozřejmě člověk tady může zkazit. A jako nic vážného se nestane. No, my teďko bychom mohli tady za princem Jamesem, který tady parkuje v této vile. Ale se mrkneme někam jinam. Mám pocit, že tady ještě jedno místo vhodné pro zkoumání. Nemám ty Davidovy hvězdy tady vůbec nakreslený, když hraju za Gabriela, ok?
This must be where Gracie found the manuscript. There's nothing in there now.
Asi nic. Takže si už nemůžu nic dělat novýho.
Excuse me, Mr. Arnaud.
Hello, Mr. Knight.
I've been meaning to ask you something.
And what is that?
I've been meaning to ask you about your association with the Priory of Sion.
Where did you hear such a thing?
Prince James's men? See, I'm working for Prince James. I came here to see about the kidnapping myself.
I see. Well, I'm not really surprised, though I would have expected more polish from Prince James's agents. Ce n'est pas d'importance. You will learn nothing from me. The Priory would never stoop to kidnapping a child.
And tell me, what sort of things would the Priory stoop to?
I have nothing to say to you about the Priory, Mr. Knight. But whatever you hear from Prince James, remember, it is their side of the story.
The Priory is trying to get official permission to excavate in the area, isn't that right?
Yes, but so are the Freemasons. Naturally, we have an advantage being French.
And what exactly are you planning to excavate?
Far more learned ears than yours have been denied that knowledge.
Really? Including yours? Have they told you what it is?
Really? Quel toupet!
Co to znamená kill?
Excelsior Montreux, the owner of Chateau de Serras. Is he a Priory member too?
Not at all. Why?
Oh, just wondering. The Priory does have issues with Prince James, though, doesn't it? Political issues?
What could you understand about such matters? We have been working for centuries to get the bloodline on the throne of France. Do you know, we almost succeeded. Marie Antoinette was Desposny, and she had a son who would have been king. But the damned revolution ruined everything.
Yeah, revolutions can really fuck up your long-term conspiracies. I take it the Priory doesn't like the idea of the Stuarts regaining power.
In Scotland, perhaps. Not in France. Not over the European Union. The Habsburg-Lorraines are a much more critical line. Besides, we could hardly accept a Scot on the throne.
I see your point. Oh, those bagpipes can get annoying. So there really is a treasure?
Beyond measure.
Well, so why don't you just go in and take it?
The Templars lived a long time ago.
You don't know where it is, do you?
There are certain disadvantages to keeping information in the hands of a chosen few. When the French Revolution occurred, the Abbé here was the guardian. He was forced to flee to Spain. His records were lost for decades. Then Saunier rediscovered them. He was a greedy bastard, and he was tormented by the Great Secret. He offered fragments of the documents for exorbitant sums. He fabricated and destroyed evidence, and died without revealing what he knew.
That's why you've leaked information, isn't it? You hoped someone would solve the riddle for you.
There is a season for everything, and the season for the unveiling is coming very soon.
Dobrý večer, vítám diváky.
The treasure will come
Mám
to
pocit, že
light.
dneska bychom mohli tu skvělou detektivku
What
dohrát.
is it you're so determined to unveil?
One day soon, you shall know. Now excuse me, Mr. Knight. Oh, and I do wish you luck in finding the infant.
Takže tady jsme to prokecali, takže jdeme za princem Jamesem.
I do appreciate your returning the manuscript, Mr. Knight.
If I'd known what Mr. Sinclair here was up to, I wouldn't have taken it in the first place.
Well, what's done is done. But I think it's time we had a serious conversation.
Absolutely. Do you consider yourself to be a bloodline descendant, Prince James?
Well, it may sound foolish to you, but a belief in our lineage and the responsibility that it brings has been the motivation behind everything the Stuarts have done for centuries. You see, we take our heritage very seriously.
So, you think the kidnapping is a response to Sinclair's manuscript, to its positioning you as the head of the bloodline?
It's not just the manuscript, but yes.
Have you received any demands from the kidnappers, or...
No. Look, I'm willing to give up my claim forever if that's what they want, as long as my son is safe. But we don't even know who to contact to make such a concession. The Priory swears they're not responsible, and no one else has come forward. My God, I'm at the end of my rope.
Perhaps it's not political.
If I let myself even consider that it might be the night visitors, I can't imagine what they would want with...
I'm sorry. I know how awful this is. What are these negotiations between the Freemasons and the Priory about?
Because of our common heritage, there's certain wisdom and property that's shared. And now that the dispute over the bloodline heir is coming to a head, these things must be settled.
Ty jo.
You're trying to get permits to excavate out here, aren't you?
I don't know where you heard such a thing, but I admit we have been hedging our bets in case negotiations go badly.
2 poklady.
What kind of property do the Freemasons have?
We have a few of the treasures that have always been sacred to the descendants of Moses.
Like what? The Ark of the Covenant? Something like that?
I'm not at liberty to say, but the bloodline treasures are dispersed. Whoever takes the mantle, in the end, will want them. All of them.
What about the Priory? What do they have that you want?
The Priory controls the treasure the Templars couldn't take with them to Scotland because it was embedded in the very landscape.
The treasure of Rennes-le-Chateau?
Yes, but they're not to touch it until we've agreed on a treaty. You see, we have things they want too.
Does the grapevine motif mean anything to you? Viticulture in general?
Yes. The wine of communion represents the blood of Jesus, and the grape represents his body. And the grapevine, in some circles, represents the desposony, the house of David. You have heard Jesus called the fruit of David, I assume.
Of course.
Where did you see such a motif, Mr. Knight?
Oh, it's in the church.
What about my son, Mr. Knight? I'm willing to tell you certain things, but please, have you learned anything new?
I've narrowed it down to a few suspects. In fact, I was going to follow up on that right now.
Very well. Mesme and I will continue our own efforts. We'll see you back here this evening, then.
Absolutely. And, try not to worry.
I do appreciate your tenaciousness, Mr. Knight.
Yeah? I've had shots for that, but never mind. I'll see you.
What an extraordinary man.
Tak, co teď? Teďko bychom mohli jít do hotelu teoreticky. Ale já bych si chtěl ještě udělat si tady sbírku otisků. A na této lahvi by měly být otisky. Co to je? Kent. VA. Ha. Stačí asi.
Got it.
Co tady?
No prints. Why would they stop here? This place isn't even in... She doesn't shut up that often. I'd hate to spoil the moment.
Good afternoon, Mr. Knight.
You need to slow down before you hit oil.
I appreciate your concern. I'll be finishing up here soon.
Nothing, huh?
No, not a thing.
Does she really need money that badly?
Lily's not the sort to live like ordinary people. She was raised to shine.
Shine.
Oh, you wouldn't understand. Now, if you'll excuse me.
OK. Čili tady je to všechno.
Nothing.
OK. Ještě je tady nemůžem tý Grace vyznat lásku, no.
Can we talk about the case for a minute?
Of course.
I've been thinking about our list of suspects. Larry and Prince James are Freemasons. The Abbey is Priory. I think we can cross them off.
Right. Bukele is Vatican, Madeline is French Internal Secret Service, and Mosley is, God help us, CIA.
Yeah, makes you think about renouncing your U.S. citizenship, doesn't it?
I've survived Gingrich, I can survive this. But anyway, it's starting to feel like the end of 10 Little Indians. There's hardly anybody left.
There's still Emilio and the two British gals.
Come on, they're harmless. Well, okay, they're not exactly harmless, from a sociological standpoint, but they are certainly not kidnappers. There's also Montreux. I deciphered Le Serpent Rouge, and it showed a red serpent on the map, with its tail wrapping right around Chateau de Serres. It really... well, it's pretty creepy.
Dobrý večer, pane Chaos.
He's our best suspect at the moment. I'll go check out Sarah's again. In the meantime, you keep an eye on Emilio, Lady Howard, and Estelle.
All right, but be careful.
Tak, můžu jí vyznat lásku.
I need to decide what it is I want to have happen before I talk to her about it.
Nemůžeš prostě.
I don't want to screw up again. You've made some progress with Sydney, you said?
Yeah, I did. Several times.
Well, what'd you find out?
Oh, lots of stuff you probably don't care about. But it did help me find an entrance to an underground cave. I think Wilkes was onto it before he died.
That does sound promising. Maybe we can go over it later. I have a few last things I want to do first.
Sure.
OK. No, detektivka nám pomalinku vrcholí. Ještě to teda jako zdaleka není všechno, jo? Ještě mám před sebou pár důležitých kroků, ale... Je tady ten hrabě Montreux, který si myslím, že je takový...
They're closed.
Velmi podezřelý a vlastně jenom na začátku, v třetině hry jsme ho s ním trávili trochu času. Ale jinak o tom hraběti Montreux pranic za nic nevíme.
Uh-oh, it's Marceau.
The chateau is closed, Monsieur Knight.
I noticed. Well, I didn't see a buzzer down at the gate, so I had to come up. Now, I hate to bother y'all, but I'm leaving the area today, and I really need to ask Mr. Montreux just a few more teensy questions. Oh, please.
Oh, wait here.
Tak jsem tako zvědavej. Tak, tohle je hlavní záporák. Nečekaně. Ten Midgen.
My apologies, Mr. Knight. It is a very bad day for visitors.
Boy, I've had some of those. This is probably really inconvenient, but I'm leaving France today, and I was hoping to feature Sarah's in my article. You made quite an impression on me.
Did I?
Oh, yeah. What I was really hoping was to snag a few more bottles of that Merlot. My editors won't let me give anything 5 stars unless they've tasted it, and boy, that Merlot deserves 5 stars.
Oh, well then, I applaud your taste. Of course I can get you more bottles. I'll have Marceau open the tasting room.
Actually, I'm guessing, well, you guys have a wine cellar. Am I right?
Yes.
Could we go down there and get the wine? It'd make a much more romantic opening for my
Gabriel si vydává za novináře, který píše o
As you
víně.
said yourself, God is in the details.
I don't believe I said that, but I couldn't agree more. I'll take you down myself.
Oh, wow. I knew this place would be great. I was reading about those Roman mines they had around here. Does this cellar attach to anything, like that?
No. Ah, here it is, the 76 Merlot.
I've been thinking about what you said. About how the breeding of grapes is like the breeding of people.
That is not what I said.
Oh, it's a terrific analogy. Maybe even the angle on my new story. So, would you say this Merlot is like, say, a king of wines? Or just a courtship? Look at that. God, am I an idiot?
No, please, don't bother. It's...
Ow!
Oh my.
To dělal
Oh, it's
schválně.
You are asking about the wine? No, not a prince. Our little Merlot. Then again, it's not exactly wine in the box either. But yes, it's eminently drinkable.
Right. Oh, gosh, look at the time. I have that flight to catch. Thanks. See myself out.
No.
God.
No.
Hey, it's open. Uh-oh.
Hej, vtipně to nechali vidět, osvětlený. A velké odhalení. Černý sedan.
A black sedan. I knew it.
Černý sedan, který unesl
What's
dítě
up there?
prince Jamese.
Most sacred. After tonight, the adepts will converge in Cairo.
Oh, shit.
Voila, Mission Knight. What are you?
Look, it's the man from the train.
A je to. No, krása jása.
Where could he be?
Tak jdem dolouštit zbytek hádanky poslední.
Found these objects when he was digging here 20 years ago. He became convinced that the Wren mystery was deeply tied with Egyptology. He believes there's a seed of alien wisdom buried here, a seed similar to that planted in Egypt.
Huh. So, where did Dr. Wen find these artifacts anyway?
On the back of Mount Cardew, in a cave.
Tam jsme byli.
He said it headed off into further caverns, but he never got the chance to explore them before his accident.
His accident?
Yes. Didn't you know?
Vůbec nevím, kdo je.
My.
That cave is on private land now. Not that it matters. It was just one of the many storage caves of the Atlanteans. The seed itself is the real treasure. It was placed based on cosmic alien logic.
Konspirací tady je parádní množství.
Calculations still seem to be a bit off.
I'm not surprised. That cosmic alien logic's a bitch. Can I just look at the pictures, please?
Oh, of course. I'm sorry.
What's this?
Dr. Wen never identified it. Odd, isn't it?
Can I borrow this photograph? I promise I'll get it back to you.
In exchange for Le Serpent Rouge?
Deal. I better go. Good luck, Estelle.
Thank you, Grace. Of course, I wish you the same.
Tak pane Báza.
Bouthane's room. Lady Howard and Estelle share that one. Signore Bukele's room.
To už jsme už prokecli.
That was Wilkes' room. I can't believe he's dead.
Dobře.
Mr. Baza's next door to us.
Tak to jdem.
I don't know what I'd say to him if he answered.
Kde je ta fotka? Tady. Oho.
I have my doubts about Dr. Wen's seed, but this looks Egyptian, all right. It also looks like something a vampire might use. It's the artifact photo I got from Estelle.
Tak kde pak je Mr. Báza? Tady je. Oh.
Maybe I should just follow him.
Začíná se stmívat. Aha. To je ten týpek od prince Jamesa ovšem.
Please.
The reverence is not for you.
I know that.
You should not be here. You should not be anywhere near this place.
They do not know I'm here.
You had better hope not. We have enough to worry about with the baby.
Has there been any confirmation that he's the Kanosh Kanaya?
No, the signs are ambiguous. We won't know for certain until he's old enough to show his will.
But if you do not know, they cannot know either.
I'm certain they do not. But they will take his blood anyway. And it may be enough.
Of course, we must stop them.
How? You have been watching Mr. Knight?
Yes, you were right about his family. He has his own destiny to fulfill in all of this. And the girl has found the entrance to the temple.
It may be too late. We're almost out of time.
Not until midnight. I have tried to prepare them as best I could, but it is almost cruel to send him in.
Do you foresee something?
I have told you, I will not foretell the outcome, but the forces arrayed below will be terrible.
He will not be sent alone. When can we start?
Give me time to speak with him. I will call you at the villa.
Very well. Till then.
No.
God, what is going on? I think it's time we had a talk, Mr. Baza. You left that copy of Le Serpent Rouge at the museum for me, didn't you?
Yes.
And the little notes at the center of the circle and the arms of the hexagram.
Guilty as charged.
I don't get it. If you wanted to help Gabriel and I, why didn't you just be open about it?
I must be very careful that certain people do not know that I am here.
You're part of the secret brotherhood, aren't you? You and Mesme.
You are correct about Mesme. He is with the Brotherhood, but I am not. I haven't been for some time.
And Montreux, he's one of the others, the ones who steal the blood?
Yes. They call themselves adepts of the holy blood, but they are vampires, pure and simple.
I don't understand. Why doesn't the Brotherhood just stop the vampires?
If you are to understand what we're up against, you must know the whole story. Listen. The secret brotherhood are the weavers of the bloodline. It is a process intricately linked to the stars. The birth of the Divine One, the one the Brotherhood calls the Kenosh Kenaya, can only happen during certain planetary alignments with the constellation Osiris. Just over 2,000 years ago was the last such configuration. The Brotherhood was expecting something profound. They tried frantically to read the signs and omens. There were many branches of the bloodline, even back then. One was the House of David, and it was to this branch that the signs pointed. So the Brotherhood used their influence and a bit of magic to convince the current heir, Joseph, to marry his betrothed before the date prescribed by Jewish tradition. Mary conceived. The signs for the birth were auspicious, a conjunction of two planets, Jupiter and Mercury. This created a star, a certain sign of success. But the Jewish king, Herod, heard of the birth of a Davidic heir and threatened the infant's life. The Brotherhood took the family to Egypt, and the young god was reared there, tutored in the ways of the infinite.
So Jesus was the Kenosh Kenaya?
Oh, yes. He was what we had awaited. The open portal between man and the infinite. The one who could see the fabric of the universe and alter it at will.
Něco jako Neo z Matrixu.
But he was also a Jew. Jesus insisted on studying the Torah, learning his heritage. As he read the tales, he became convinced that he was the Jewish Messiah. From the Brotherhood's point of view, it was a limited ambition. And yet, who were we to tell the Divine One what he was or was not?
What happened?
He returned to Jerusalem. A few of the Brotherhood went with him to watch over him. What we didn't realize, perhaps because we were not Jews, was that Jesus intended to fulfill the prophecies. All of them.
What about the vampires? Where do they come in?
I will try to explain. You see, the Brotherhood collected blood samples for study and testing before they selected brides. There were certain magical rites performed. There had always been rumors that some of these priests had dared imbibe the blood to steal power for themselves. Of course, such things were taboo. And when these rumors surfaced among the initiates, they were harshly scolded. But when Jesus was being reared in Egypt, there was a young initiate who envied his strange abilities. He began to whisper to his friends that to truly serve the Kenosh Kanaya, the priesthood ought also to be immortal, just like the Kenosh Kanaya himself.
Jesus was immortal?
In a sense, he could reweave the fabric of his body at will, just as he could those of others. He could have healed his own wounds, but he chose to perform the sacrifice the prophecies demanded. It wouldn't have been much of a sacrifice had he rescinded.
So what happened with the young initiate?
His name was Sine, and one of the boys he persuaded was Ali, son of the Brotherhood's headmaster. Ali wasn't a bad boy, but he loved Jesus and liked the idea of living with him forever. Fortunately, he approached his father about it one night. When the headmaster heard of the heresy, he exploded. Sine and his followers were expelled. Only Ali remained, having repented his ignorance. But Sine and his followers didn't give up. Sine grew bitter. He decided they would steal the blood. He kept his eyes on the conclave, but could never get close. When Jesus left for Jerusalem, they managed to keep it secret from Sine. He did not arrive in Israel until it was too late.
So Sine's group, the Adepts, are still after the blood.
Even worse, they found it. Jesus had heirs, 2 sons. It was the one thing he did agree to do for the Brotherhood's sake. His sons were only human. They'd missed the window of Osiris, but they survived to have descendants.
Now the window is open again.
Yes,
Is the baby, Charlie, the Kenosh Kanaya?
we do not know. It depends on how well the vine has been woven. It depends on many things. Sadly, it may not matter. Where the Brotherhood has woven for 2,000 years, the Adepts have tasted. The bloodline grew too broad for the Brotherhood to protect each descendant every minute. And as the vampires succeeded in stealing here and there, they grew in power and in corruption. They will resort to anything for the blood, blackmail, murder, even black magic.
They've been mixing the blood as you have, but in their own bodies.
Exactly. And they've been doing it for so many generations that they have changed, physically. It is a result of the blood, but even more, the result of corruption. You see, the power they have is stolen. It is not theirs. Even so, they are strong. The Brotherhood does not taste of the forbidden fruit. They're no match for the Adepts anymore. And the baby's blood may be enough to tip them over the threshold, even if he's not all we think he might be.
So what will happen if they take his blood?
Montreux will be king of the world.
Ooh, Rex
Mundi incarnate.
God. Ah, it's Gabriel. Thank heaven.
Thank heaven indeed. We have quite nearly run out of time. May we meet in your room, Ms. Nakamura?
Tak a je to tady. Poslední část hry.
So they chased me for miles. Good thing I had the Harley.
God is good.
Yeah, vanity
God is
works
good.
too.
It's time we talked about the temple. We must reach the Holy of Holies before midnight.
The temple?
I've been trying to tell you. Sydney helped me find it.
There will be traps to keep out the uninitiated.
He means those who are not initiated into the mysteries.
Gabe's read a lot of mysteries, haven't you, bud?
No, my friend. The hermetical mysteries. This is why Mesme must go with you. I would go, but I dare not risk it while the Adepts are down there.
I'd like to go.
I was hoping you would stay here with me, Grace. We can use Mesme's radio to stay in contact with the others. They may need some of your computer expertise.
But...
3. 3 is the number that will best protect the group. Myself, Gabriel, and I believe Mr. Mosley is a trained police officer?
Hell yeah, I'll go. I got a gun in my room. But, there aren't really any vampires down there. Are there?
A few. If I know Montreux, he will admit only his most trusted allies tonight. For such a prize as the baby, he might be challenged. His kind are not known for their loyalty.
Yikes.
what about the treasure?
God willing, we must remove it to safer keeping.
Wait a minute. This is about the kid. I'm not putting my butt on the line so you guys can get rich.
It's not what you think.
I assure you, the baby is the first priority for us all.
Just don't get too far ahead of me, bucko. Now let's see that map.
Where is this thing?
We are very close.
She said it was... Yep, she was right.
Whoa.
Here goes nothing.
Be careful.
Jdu dobrá tedy. Takže... Ups.
Was that really necessary?
Stop whining. Look at this place.
Wait. Everything here could be a trap.
What? You want to lead?
No, just be wary. Mosley and I will follow.
Sounds good to me.
Great. We're in this big room. The floor reminds me of the floor in the church. Black and white tiles. Mean anything to you?
Yes! It's a chessboard.
Any more tidbits on the chessboard thing?
How big is it?
I'm about the size of a playing piece in relation to it.
Then maybe you should act like one.
You've got to have more hermetical wisdom than that.
Okay, I've been searching. The Templars brought the game back from the Crusades and changed the pieces to match Western culture. Maybe you should think like a knight. A Knight Templar.
No dobře.
I have to get across that floor and over to one of those doors somehow.
Tak jo, jdem to zkusit. Uložíme si to. No to není tak těžký, jak to vypadá, jo. A tady jde o to, že můžu skákat i na jiný políčka, nejenom na ty. Jenom na ty s těma mečema. Teď sem. Tak sem. Počkej. Sem nemůžu. Sem. Tím pádem můžu sem. A odsaď sem. Odsaď sem. Počkat. Sem asi. Takový ten klasický poslední zádrhel. Odsaď můžu skočit sem. Odsaď sem. Jsem skoro hotový. On tady to má 100% víc řešení, jo. Tady chybí těch posledních 5 mečíků, takže sem. A teďka můžu dělat sem skok. Odsaď sem. Ne, teď můžu dělat sem.
I don't have time for that now.
Skočím sem. Sem.
Something tells me I could have planned that better.
Supplement. Rekvizituj v pokoji, tyjo, v páce. No tak znova teda. Se nám nepovedlo. Jsme říkali, můžu skočit znovu ten druhý? Nemůžu. Jejda, tak počkat. musím dělat tyhle ty zadní. Ne. Začal jsem dobře, ale... Spíš sem. A teď ne tam. Šlápnu na všechny meče jako šachový kůň, nesmíš na ty políčka žádný dvakrát, na ty lepku ani jednou a hlavně musí skončit na tom políčku vepředu. A už to mám skoro hotový, počkej. Teď musím skočit sem, a teď sem, a teď sem.
Hey, I got one open.
Excellent, Mr. Knight. Keep moving. We'll be right behind you.
Be careful, bud.
Takové trošku Indiana Jonesovské, že? Co tady?
So much for safety in numbers. And a pendulum. Gee, wonderful.
Wonderful.
I could ask her what to do about a 50-pound blade that's ready to slice me like a hunk of salami, but why should we both be scared shitless?
Tady nám nic neporadí, evidentně. Hele, to vyjde. Hele. Tak znova. To je strašlivý. Aha.
I don't have time for that now. I don't have time for that now.
Nejlepší na tom je, že tuto část hry si vůbec nepamatuju. Neumí se skočit jantar, ale hele. A tady myslím, že musím stát. Fakt si to nepamatuju. Vůbec si, jako tu šachovnici tu si pamatuju dobře.
I don't have time for that now. I don't have time for that now.
Ale tady to si vůbec nepamatuju, člověče, co se tady má. Tady si nějak jako matně vybavu, tady bude puzzle, že jo, ze závažíma, jasně. Ne, bylo tady to kolečko mám stát. Zkusíme. Co se stane, když máš escape, jakože přeskočení animace? Nic. To plusko vychází. Hele.
I don't have time for that now. I don't have time for that now.
To je super. Nemůže pod kamerou.
I don't have time for that now.
Musíme pak kliknout na toto.
I don't have time for that now.
Musíme kliknout.
I don't have time for that now. I don't have time for that now.
Tady je. Už to vidím. Tak teď jiná ikonka v první ve hře.
I'm starting to really hate this place.
Tak, teď co? Teď zavoláme Grace.
Gracie, can you give me a rundown on the meaning of the circle?
It represents eternity, fertility, and perfection.
Okay. Looks like a weighted scale to me.
Radši to nasavím.
Looks like a weighted scale to me.
To nebude dobrý. A jsme uvidíme jinou smrt. Vidíš, umí se skrčit. Aha, teď to nesklouzlo ani jedno. Aha, takže pyramida asi ne. Můžu odemdat pyramidu? Infinity, ne? Jo, Infinity, tohleto a... asi jablko? Ne, jablko jsem dal minule.
Hey! Works for me.
I don't hear anything. Just walking. There's something I've been wondering. I read about the vampires looking for the wandering Jew. He really exists, doesn't he? And it has something to do with the blood of Jesus?
Yes, Grace.
But it's not the way the legends claim, is it? Jesus cursing someone to go on.
No.
The vampires didn't get the blood of Jesus, but someone else did.
Ah, yes. Ali, the headmaster's son, was among those who accompanied Jesus back to Jerusalem. For 3 years to watch Jesus teach.
Teď už nás čeká jenom pár puců.
But in the end, neither he nor his father could stop Jesus from his course. The day of the crucifixion, Ali's father was so ill with grief that he had to be carried from Golgotha. Only Ali was left to keep vigil. Ali could not believe it was ending. All the promise of the Kanosh Kanaya, all the centuries of planning were being destroyed. Jesus was allowing it to be destroyed. Something in him rebelled. He remembered Sine's words, and in his grief and rage, he thought he might be able to save the blood in himself. He did not mean to become the Kanosh Kanaya. You must understand that. He simply could not watch that hope spill into the ground. So he drank it.
Why hast thou forsaken me?
Your fingertips are worn smooth, but I don't get it. If you've got the power of the Kanosh Kanaya, why didn't you stop the vampires a long time ago?
I promised my father I would not use the power. Never. Not for anything. It is not mine to use. It was the only way I could live with what I had done.
Never? Not for anything?
No, Grace. Not for anything.
But that must be...
It is all right. There is work to be done. Do you hear anything now?
Damn it! Can we stop with the falling stuff already? King Solomon. I wonder what he's got to do with this place. Grace, I need a translation. I think it's Latin. Pentum initiantibus sacrarum signi superesse licet.
Okay, let me see. It means... Beware, only the initiates of the mysteries of the seal may survive. Is everything going okay?
Piece of cake.
Jo, to si pamatuju.
I don't think I need more than one at a time. Nope, those don't work together. I don't smell anything. Nope, those don't work together. It's too dark to do anything in there. Nope. I think I don't know what to think anymore. This guy looks earthy. and dangerous. Gee, Morris Latinus. Those knights were well educated, weren't they? Grace, can you translate Elige Magistrum?
Hold on. Yeah, it means choose a master.
Thanks. Nope, those don't work together. Gracie, what does Elige Unum mean?
Emilio says it means choose one.
Ah,
Got it.
I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Jo, tady taky, ale.
Got it. Well, that did something. Here's another one for you. Agnosce naturem corporas tui.
Checking. Here, it reads identify the nature of your body. What are you?
Well, it ain't Kansas. I'll buzz you later.
Nasejvíme.
I don't want to break it. This place isn't exactly tolerant of mistakes. I think it's a mirror, but it's tilted toward the ceiling. All right, here goes. No, that's disgusting. Wow. Oh, I need one of these at home. It says, identify the nature. It looks like I'm supposed to point that thing at one of those two devices. Doesn't seem to do anything, though.
Počkat, tady ještě. Aha.
Ready for another one? Agnosce naturem mentis 2A.
Identify the nature of your mind. Want any hints?
No. Thank you.
Novina.
The doors are open. God.
There you are. Did you see that huge pendulum thingy? What was up with that?
Thank you for preparing the way. We had little trouble.
Glad I could help. I guess we have to pick one of those.
We await your lead.
I don't mean to be rude, but I thought you were supposed to be the expert.
Never fear. We will be of use to you very shortly.
We're here for you, bud.
No, tady je klasická Indiana Jonesovina, že?
I think it's
All
a
right.
long Guess we'll
way
try
down.
this funky one.
Very well. We will.
No, I'll go first. I insist.
Thank you, Mr. Knight.
Saprment, to je hrůza. Já zkusím i tady, jo, teda.
I'm gonna try this one.
Dobrý večer, pane babkom. Ano, ups, indeed, jako. No ale ono to je tudy, to je jednoduchý. Žádný pucle.
Damn, that sucks.
To jsou komentáře. Tak znova.
I think it's a long way down.
Dvojka je boží, tyjo. Jako všechny ty hry jsou samozřejmě skvělý, jo, každá jinak. Ale přece jenom jednička a dvojka jsou asi jako nejpromáklejší. Přesto já mám tu trojku prostě tuze rád. No tak. Dobře. Ne, skoro. Je to. Jo, jasně, všichni úplně v pohodě se na poprvé proskákali.
Man, I hate that kind of thing.
You hate it. I was the one who...
I told you we would be useful.
Aha, i ten sluha je.
We must get through the veil and save the child. We will hold these three.
Are you sure?
No. Yes. Go on.
Krása jása.
Curse you to hell. I should have known you for a treacherous liar.
I'm a liar, and you're a blood-sucking vampire. Now that we've got that straight, give me the kid.
Stop, or I'll rip him to pieces right now.
You can't do that. You've got to have time to savor a good vintage.
You ignorant dog. You piece of refuse. You have no idea who I am. I will shred your limbs and suck the marrow from your broken bones.
Yeah? Why don't you come out of there and give it your best shot, old man?
Domini inferi, exorditi precationum. By the power of Hermes and Solomon, I call upon the protector, Asmodeus, guardian of sacred treasure.
Not good.
This one has come to steal the treasure. Kill him.
Definitely not good. I don't have time for that now.
It's holy blood. No. No. It's holy blood. Holy.
Tak a je to. Právě jsme dohrali Gabriel Knighta 3. Až na těch několik záseků s tou mapou.
Christ. Is he it? Is that the last of them?
I think so.
You have done very well. We owe you more than we can ever repay.
Just glad Charlie's okay.
He's unmarked, praise God.
Unfreaking believable. Those guys out there, they were like
Vampires. Hele, super hra. I po těch letech to drží. Člověče, drží to.
What is it?
Chtěl by to remake. Úplně seriózně, chtěl by to remake, který by byl malilinko uhlazenější v těch nápovědách, jo? Malilinko tam jakoby víc naznačí. Nemyslím ty hinty jako herní hinty, ale vysloveně jako co mám vlastně dělat. To je tam jako nečitelný. Na druhou stranu úplně stejnou věcí trpěla 1 a 2. Jakože tohleto hrát bez návodu je podle mě jako masochismus, což já jsem v tom roce 99 zažil. A fakt prostě jenom nejhorší na tom takový to, že jako nevíš co.
Can you forgive me? I did not know. May the gods have mercy. I did not know. You
Shadow Comet jsem nikdy nedohrál, to jsem hrál na Amize jenom
Is there anything I can do?
v těch 90. letech, ale nikdy jsem to nedal.
For your family, perhaps? Yes. I will need a service from one of your descendants, if you will allow it. Will you be a servant for the light?
Takže nakonec...
Anything. Then raise the end of your sword to my lips.
Tak nakonec šatený jegři jsou všichni potomky týpka, který ukřižoval Ježíše Krista.
Carry the gold with you. It will protect you from evil. Now go in peace and love God.
Da fuck?
Todd, why doesn't he say something?
It is over. God be praised. Everyone is safe.
A nebudete to, pane Chaos, streamovat, když hrajete Shadow the Comet, aby se rád podíval?
Where are you going?
Můžeme to hrát spolu, můžeme si radit.
Goodbye, dear one. You must take very good care of yourself now.
Goodbye.
Remember, when one path to your destiny is blocked, another will appear.
Jo, díky za doporučení. Jo, líbí se mi, jaký tam vybíráte hry.
Was that? Don't say it. God. Come on.
What is it? Something is wrong, yes?
None of us could sleep.
I came over to see if anyone knew. I felt so strange tonight.
For heaven's sake,
Let the man speak.
The baby is safe.
What baby?
That is fabulous news. But who?
Tell him,
Byste
Mose.
mohl kauzy aspoň nahodit jako přes Discord, ne?
But where are you going?
Abych si to klidně zahrál s tebou, až to budeš hrát.
What?
All of the things I said before about wanting to know you, to be with you. You must think I only wanted information.
Mademoiselle Boutin, to nám neříkej.
I was so worried about you tonight. It made me realize how much I meant it.
Really?
Yes.
Odd. I'm just starting to realize how much I didn't mean it. Excuse me?
Gabriel!
Odmítnulý.
Gracie! Grace! Grace, you'll never believe.
Kdyby tak vyznal svou lásku už v prvním díle, měl by teď mnohem lepší život. Krásně. No a teďko samozřejmě zbývá jenom si poplakat nad tím, proč nevznikl žádný čtvrtý díl. Nebo vůbec žádný jako pokračování. To by se zasloužilo, to jsou skvělý hry tohle. A moc by se mi líbilo, kdyby to bylo posunutý do té současnosti, jo. Takže jsme to dohráli na 830 bodů z 965 možných, což není tak špatný skóre. Sám si nepamatuju, jestli jsem měl dřív lepší. Nedávno jsem zkoušel na Nintendo Switch, byla demo verze jenom vydaná zatím, myslím, nebo možná už je plná verze, té detektivky s Herculem Poirot v Orient Expressu. A tam se mi to hrozně líbilo, že to vlastně byly staré postavy v novém světě. Jo? Byly tam mobily, byly tam elektřina, moderní jako výbava, ale zároveň to byla taková jako staromódní jako detektivka. Tak něco podobného by se mi líbilo, kdyby se stalo s tím Gabriel Knightem, aby ho vrátili jako zpátky a udělali z toho opravdu jako krále těch detektivek. Myslím si, že Jane Jensen by na to ještě měla nějaký scénář napsat. Je pravda, že v tomhletom třetím díle jsme se jako dostali hodně vysoko v té ezoterice a jako jak daleko jde zajít do toho propojování historie a současnosti. Jo. Že jsme si teď propojili rok 0 zhruba, nebo rok 33 s rokem 99 je hezký, jo. Nejsem si jistý, jestli je nutný jít jako dál, ale určitě by ten Gabriel mohl zažít ještě nějaký dobrodružství. Nějaký dobrodružství, který by to prostě jakoby nějak jako zastřešilo. Prostě tady u této hry nemám ten pocit, že to je všechno, co nám tyhle ty charaktery nabízejí. Kor, když to skončilo, evidentně plánuje další díl. Jako evidentní to je. A říkám, jak byla ta adventura Grey Matter, která se mi docela i líbila, tak furt to nebyl Gabriel Knight. Jo? Chtěl by to prostě jít dál. No, já jsem strašně rád, že jsme tu hru zdokumentovali. Vlastně 90% toho streamu jsem hrál bez návodu, abych vlastně v tom tápal. Sám jsem to dohrál naposled v roce 90, a poprvé a naposled v roce 92 bez návodu. A to byly teda jako nějaký probdělý noci a bylo tam hodně toho zkoušení všechno na všechno. No, takže bych jsem řekl, že pro dnešek je to super zakončení večera předvánočního. A já vám všem popřeju moc dobrou noc, děkuju vám za pozornost a uvidíme se v nějakém dalším streamu, který doufám nebude na sebe dlouho nechat čekat. Díky a dobrou noc.